Hello everyone. Welcome to Linda's Stamping Escape. We are here tonight for our Technique Tuesday. I am, of course, Linda, and I will be sharing something fun tonight. A little bit different. So, just getting myself set up here. I hope everyone is well. Oops. Gotta move a few things around. Hello, Joanne. How are you today? All right. Sorry about that. Just gotta even myself out. And Beth has joined us. All right. As you can see, I have the adhesive sheets here. So we're going to do a little playing with those. And a little playing with our in-color ribbons that are retiring. These colors themselves are not retiring. They have another year to go. But the ribbon is retiring. So I thought I would use up some of my ribbon tonight. And I'm going to coordinate it with, of course, punch. So we're using the butterfly punch tonight. And then I also have the pine tree punch. But I haven't made that card yet, so I'll just show you what I'm up to, and then tomorrow you'll see it on my blog. Hi, Deb. Oh, I'm so happy all you ladies could join me tonight. We got a nip in the air. Doesn't feel like spring. It feels like winter is approaching. I just saw my friend posted she's in Missouri. She got snow. She woke up to snow this morning. Eek. Yeah, that I don't want to see. Not that we won't yet, but I don't know. So, hi, Kathy. So, Beth said, good, I can see what to do with the adhesive sheets I bought. Oh, yeah, there's a lot you can do with the adhesive sheets. But tonight I'm going to show you something a little off the wall, something a little different that we don't always think of when we're using our adhesive sheets. A lot of times I used to use my adhesive sheets for creating my own, what do you call it? I took the Dazzling Diamonds and Designer Series paper and my adhesive sheets, and I created my own Designer Series paper sparkly stuff. It was cool. It's so pretty, you guys. So those of you who have been maybe in some of my classes, you might have seen some of those, or I know we did that in club one year. It's called just creating your own glimmer paper. So, and we did it with designer paper because our adhesive sheets are two-sided. You can stick one side to the designer paper and then pull the top piece off. Sorry about that. And then you sprinkle it with the designer or with the Dazzling Diamonds and then rub it in really good. And when you rub that in, then you tap off the excess, flip it upside down, and then use your blade here. Good Lord, I can't think what it's called. You can tell it's Tuesday. Your bone folder, and then just make sure that everything's pushed in there really nice. So that is my main thing that I use for adhesive sheets. I thought that was the coolest. But they took away my glitter this year out of the catalog, so I can't do that. Well, I can still do it, but because I do have lots of Dazzling Diamonds still in my cupboards. So, hi, Barb. Glad you could join us. We are about to begin. So we're doing something a little different today. And I thought it would be fun to bring back. If you recall, we had that fold last week where we brought the two sides in. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And last week I actually put a little tick mark there so I could have perfection, but today I'm just bringing the two sides in and burnishing there so we get a nice flat fold. I think I forgot to cut an inside piece. Ooh. So then I didn't know, because I have a lot of paper, and when I cut my pieces out, I grab my scraps. That's one reason why I did this fold tonight, is because I have a lot of 2-inch scraps or whatever off your 12 by 12 paper. So I think I'm going to use the flowers, and then I'll show you a different card that I made with this one here. And I do believe that that is from the set, the designer paper that is in the Occasions catalog, or should I say the mini catalog that is available. Those items are still available through June. So they are not retiring quite as fast as what your annual catalog is. So make sure that if there's something in that annual catalog that is on that retirement list, that you get that on there. And from everybody I can see on my list so far, you are all in the party, and you are all smart ladies, because we are going to have a good time this weekend. Yes, we are. So I've got games planned, and of course I've got bingo ready, and I got some bingo prizes and all sorts of fun stuff. So, we could use this one too. So I'm using the butterfly punch, ladies, while I have your attention here. Do you think you would like the flowers or that diagonal stripe? I know what I'm going to be doing with it, so I actually think I'm going to stick with the flowers. But just know that you can do whatever you'd like with yours. You might have a different use. And where I'm using punches tonight, you could use dies. But of course, our punches are being retired, so I wanted to give them a last little hurrah today. And show you something, because I know some of you ladies have this beautiful butterfly duet punch. It's one of my faves, because a lot of times I stack my butterflies, and they just look so pretty that way. So, there we go. Oop, I came backwards. Can't do that. There we go. Nice and sticky. This isn't going anywhere. All right, and we have a nice border all the way around. Very good. I like the flowers. So our butterfly is going to be in a grouping of flowers tonight. Oh, Barb likes the flowers. Beth likes the flowers. Oh, great minds think alike, ladies. Okay, so we're going to take our little piece here and we're going to set this aside. And now I'm going to show you what you can do with your adhesive sheets. And I am just reaching over here to grab my mat. And this was just a scrap piece of paper, so that's what I'm going to use. This has a little edge right here. So I cut mine into little pieces. And then I'm going to stick this on here. Make sure that's on tight. And now this one will just peel off nicely. So we'll just pull that corner up. I should know better than to say stuff like that. My basement is a little cold, so my fingers are, you know how it is working with cold fingers? All right, there we go. There we go, ladies. Let's get that down. Okay. Now that is on there nice. Now you could have pretended this was your designer paper, and when you peel this off and you expose that beautiful designer paper, that's when you spread that glitter on. We were talking earlier about how to make glitter designer paper. Okay, so we are going to peel this off. There we go. And we are going to expose that adhesive. Now we're going to have some fun with our ribbon, because we are going to take this, and let's start with our pink since it's right on top. And I'm just going to put my pink right here. So, and if you got a little exposure to the end, that is okay, because I've cut my paper. I think this is a 3 by 3 inch square. And then the paper that I'm going to be punching is a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch sheet. And then I did create a mat just because I wanted to pop the color. And that is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And of course, ladies, I will be sharing those dimensions with you on my blog tomorrow. Okay, cut those off. And it's not really a lot of waste here because you're just doing little pieces. And this would be great if you already have scraps. You can start using up your scraps and then move into your next colors. So this is our Magenta Madness with the pink. And then, of course, we have our Just Jade. Very pretty color. And our Bumblebee. And then one of my favorites, Misty Moonlight. That I might cry about next year when it retires, because that is such a beautiful blue. Again, these colors are still available, but this ribbon right here is retiring, as are the designer papers. Here they all are. Here's their designer papers in those in colors. So this is all retiring too. So I might have to give some of this away this weekend. I don't like to waste, so I would rather share. All right, just keep lining these up right next to each other. Do another little snip. And this is a fun little technique and gives you a lot of texture on your card. Can you see how pretty the texture of this ribbon is? So that's going to give you a lot of texture on your card. All right. I'm sorry. Okay, we need our pink back here. Right up there. And this is actually really easy to do. I just thought it'd be fun to show you more colors than just two. Two would be easy. In fact, I do have a little sample of a ribbon that I was playing with kind of just before we started, because I saw it laying there, because I'm starting little piles of, yes, this is retiring. So started little piles there, and then before you know it, I see all this stuff and I want to play. So I grabbed it and started playing with it. So I will share that with you as well. Cheryl is joining us tonight, and Dawn, Good evening, ladies. So glad you could join us. We are using the adhesive sheets on just a piece of scrap cardstock so that we can stick our ribbon down to this little piece of scrap. Actually, it's just a piece of scrap, but we're going to turn this into art after we're all done. So anybody who sews or makes quilt, you're going to love the textile part of this card. It just is so pretty. And card makers, too, is going to love it. Now, I don't think I'm going to grab that little edge there because you won't see it anyways. So I'm just going to skip it. And then what I'm going to do here is I am going to snip this off anyways, just to move our colors out of the way a little bit. And I want to make sure that my adhesive is pushed into my ribbon. So I'm pressing down quite hard, actually. There we go. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you can actually see like the ribbon lines in there. Okay, now I know this is on nice and tight. So we're going to take this and just trim that ribbon off. Easy to do. Look at how pretty those colors are together. I do not have the terracotta tile in here. Actually, it's not terracotta tile. That's the one that's actually leaving. So let's get rid of this. And now we have a beautiful paper that has lots of texture on it. Look at how pretty. It feels cool. It's just so nice. All right. So now my cardstock here, that's the 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, is slightly larger. And you could make this smaller if you want. I just like to use easy, dimensions so that, you know, stampers of all, whether you're brand new to stamping or if you stamp for 20 years, you can all enjoy making this. So I'm sliding this in here and I'm going to punch, and I'm kind of eyeballing this. I can get nice and even on the sides, but I'm looking in here to see if I have this pretty much centered. That's kind of what I'm looking for. If it's not perfect, it's okay. Don't lose them butterflies because you can always use them. And again, this is the Butterfly Duet Punch. And that one is retiring. So we'll just set him back there. And now we have our pretty little piece here. And that is going to go over here. And now you are going to see those beautiful colors. You could, if you wanted to, go this way as well. And then just trim those edges off with your scissors again. That is up to you. But I think I like that angle look. So that is how I'm going to place that on there. So what I like to do to make sure that that stays down is I like to use my glue. And you notice I'm not going all the way out to the edges because the edge is a little bit wider than this. So I don't want that glue sticking out. But I do want enough glue on here to hold that down. And this holds very nicely. So it is our multi-purpose liquid glue. And we are going to stick this. I want to get as much color out of this as I can. There we go. And we're going to flip it over. Ooh, I got pretty close there. If you ever get outside, because I'm kind of lining it up per the colors, you can always trim this off. So we're just pushing that glue right into there because we want to make sure that that's nice and adhered. So that will set up and dry for us. And I'm going to take that glue and just bring a little bit right in there. Okay. And I'm going to take my little butterfly. And you guys have all seen me layer both of these butterflies. So pretty. But we already got the color on this one. So I'm just going to layer him here. Now I'm going to hold that there for a minute. Because I want to make sure that that is stuck. So meanwhile, I have either the jade or the magenta that we could use as our background. So here we go on the jade. Very pretty. Although that magenta with the, ooh, that really pops. I'm thinking I like the magenta. What are you ladies thinking? You like that? And I'm going to bring out my holiday rhinestones. And I just want to see how them greens match. And not too bad, but I think I'm going to go with the yellow. And that will bring out, I just want to make sure I'm nice and tight with that. That's going to bring out the yellow on the card here. So I'm just going to slightly move these up just a hair. And there we go. One butterfly. And I was saving this big one right here. We're going to use that for her head. All right. And then get these little ones on here. Nice, long, sleek body. There we go. How's that? This can get pulled up. Oh, so pretty. All right, get that out of my way. And I'm going to put my adhesive here. And I'm putting my adhesive on here only because I already put my rhinestones on there, and it's much easier to stick this down. And you noticed I have no dimensionals yet. Not that I don't like them, but hello, Nicole. So I see you ladies are all in agreement with me again that the magenta and the black look stunning together. We're on a great mind path together tonight, ladies. I love it. So there is our card front there, or part of it. Let's bring this back in. Now look what that does. And I think we were right. I think the flowers look much better. Now we need to add a greeting. So, and then we'll attach this. So I got some leftovers here. We'll get that Memento ink pad. And please don't ask me what stamp set this is from, because I don't know. I just found it sitting on the table. I was actually looking for a different verse, and I couldn't find it. And this one was just like, hey, pick me. So I did. It says, to a friend that makes me smile. So that qualifies for all of you ladies, because you all make me smile. And I'm going to figure out where I put my punch. Oh my goodness, you know what I did with it? Oh, that's right. I stuck it under my computer. All right. Circle punches. I've heard from several of you already. Why are they discontinuing the circle punches? And my only guess would be that they're not selling as well as the circle dies. And I love my circle dies because, I mean, you just get a lot of variety with that. However, I like punches because it's easier to pass around a punch in a class than it is a die cutting machine. So that's just my personal opinion. I do like punches. Yeah, they do wear out a little bit, but okay. So let's get this on here. And remember last week we talked about flipping this over and marking this side so you knew where you wanted to place your adhesive, because we're only going to adhere one side down, and I want to make sure I have this nice and straight. So here I lost my pencil, so I'm using my finger, and I'm going to get my adhesive, and I'm going to fill up this whole side so it's nice and tacky and it stays down well. All right. Now I can put this back on. Very nice. Card opens up. We just need to put inside in there. And then our greeting will go on. And we can put the greeting here. However, we cannot secure the bottom because remember, if we do that, it's going to seal our card shut. So I'm going to stick it over here. So we're going to add just a little bit of adhesive to the top. And then we're going to grab a dimensional for the bottom. Because even though we didn't actually use dimensionals, because we have the layer of cardstock and then the layer of ribbon underneath, it gives us just a little height so we can actually pop up our greeting. So we're going to add that right there. And then I do believe that this still needs a little bling bling, but I'm not real sure what I want to put on it. I wish I had little flowers. And I might save that because, I think I saw some little flowers in that new catalog. So, you're right, I'm teasing you, and I'm so sorry. But those of you who are coming to pick up your catalogs, they'll be available on Thursday, and I will have them for you with your names on them. So our card is done. I'm still thinking it needs something on here, and I don't know. Do you think, we don't have pink, and although I could color some, we could do that, but I don't know. Maybe I should just leave it because it might just take away from our butterflies. Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe clear ones. We'll have to try that later. So, because I don't have them with me right now. I have red ones and I have the black ones. And let me just show you what I did with those black ones. So here's our other butterfly that I made. This is my sample. And I did this one in the bumblebee, and I used no pink on this one. So on this one, I used I'm going to get the name of that color yet. Cider, I do believe it's like a cider. I don't know why I can't remember that. It's bad. So, anyways, I used the cider color in here instead of the magenta. So here's a little more subtle, and then we used the black iridescent pearls on that one, and then I used that background. And then here's the pink one. And then I started one. Remember I told you in the beginning that I found some pretty ribbon. And of course, retiring ribbon. Actually, I think this ribbon is in the clearance rack right now. At least it was last time I looked in the clearance rack. This was in our holiday catalog. So, oh, look at what we got here. Something that a little embellishment that I actually put Versamark on and then embossed it. And now it's stuck to my ribbons. But yes, this beautiful ribbon comes as one pack. And this is what I did with this one. So you will have to stop back tomorrow because I'm going to be using the Pine Punch to highlight this ribbon background. So that does not look good. Here we go. Let me show you. There we go. So I'll be making a card tonight with this one and putting it on my blog tomorrow, just so that you who sat with me tonight get to see something new tomorrow besides these two. All right. And then I had one more thing I wanted to show you with the ribbon. And look what I just found. There it is. The cinnamon cider. All right. So those are our 5 in colors. Okay. So I was having fun playing with my Stampin' Blends, of course, and my favorite ribbon, the polka dot. I know some of you were on the retirement party page and we were looking at ribbons. So I just took not the brush tip, but the hard tip, and just kind of colored those little dots. And I thought, oh my gosh, how fun is that? And I just started adding color, and it got to be really cute. So that's definitely if you have time. Then I thought, oh, let me try Sharpies. I should be able to just push a Sharpie on there, and no, it didn't work. It was actually harder for me to color with the Sharpies than it was our Stampin' Blends. So, but look at what you can do with this polka dot tulle ribbon. You can turn this into as many colors as you want to. So, or you can leave it white and just have fun with the polka dots. So, that is it for this evening. And I will be sharing my card tomorrow on my blog with this beautiful ribbon. There are 2 ribbons right here that are on the clearance rack. So they don't even have a name. I'm not sure if this was with the packaging bundle or which one this was with, but I don't know. You put glitter on anything at the end or on the sides and I'll buy it because I'm just loving the glitter. And look at what it did to this ribbon. And how cute of a background is that? Actually, you could just punch something out and put that over it as well. You don't have to hide it behind something. You can make this your focal point. So who knows? Maybe that's what I will do on our card tomorrow. But I thank you very much for joining me. Again, the butterfly punch and our pretty paper is all retiring. And this is on our clearance rack, this gorgeous stuff. So, and all of these ribbons are going to retire. Not the colors themselves, but the ribbons and all the in-color stuff. And they're bringing out new stuff, so we'll have fun with that. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, you can message me or you can email me at lindalovestostamp@aol.com. And I will catch you tomorrow on my blog. Plus, you'll find me on our retirement party page. And thank you for all the hearts. I just love them. So you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks much. Good night.